Hi! Today we're going to talk about native tooltips. Not only are they really easy to set up, but they're super versatile. So let's get started. The first thing that you have to think about is whether you want a native tooltip on a beacon or on an element in your app. I'll show you how to set up both. So first, we're going to set one up on a beacon. I have a page here that I know my users often want in-app guidance for. So I'm going to place a beacon right here next to new message that whenever they select the button in the tool, the in-app walkthrough will launch for them. Let's take a look. First, I'll launch my Chrome extension. Select Create New Content, Create, and Create Native Tooltip. Now I have to select my element or place my beacon. I'm going to move my mouse directly over to where I want that beacon to live, right here. I get to choose the design. Do I want it on an element or on a beacon? As I mentioned, I want this one on a beacon. Do I want it on a click or on a hover? This one I want on a click. And now you choose your template and click Create. So at this point, we get to modify the actual tooltip itself that comes with this native tooltip. I want to place it over on the other side. And I'm actually going to move this beacon just slightly. Perfect. I can also modify the design of this native tooltip. Do I want it as a help or an info square? Do I want it a square or as a circle? All of these are up to your personal preference, of course, and modify your beacon style. You can also modify the actual tooltip box itself. I'm going to say, want some help? I'm going to add a button that actually launches the walkthrough. And now my users have the opportunity to click on this help beacon and choose if they want an in-app walkthrough. I'm going to select this to make sure that the button link triggers an experience and chooses new message. And we'll link it just like that. Also, in case you were looking, you do have some other options. You can go to a URL, so you can link your help documents here. You can trigger an experience, any experience, or you can trigger custom JavaScript. You can also simply dismiss it, so provide information and allow your user to close out when they're ready. We'll go ahead and hit link, save it, and just like that, you have a native tooltip located directly on your application. If you do decide to move it at any time, you can reposition the tool and place it absolutely anywhere you find would be more beneficial for your users. Just like that. All right, now it's time to actually create a native tooltip on an actual element in my application. So here in my New Messages tab, perhaps you have a field that often gets complicated and users input the wrong data. Maybe they need to input the date of birth and not the date that you're filling out the form. Or perhaps they always need to include their surnames, but they don't do this. So I'm actually going to go ahead and open the field that I want the tooltip on. I'm going to select Create New Content, Create Native Tooltip, and I'm going to select this element. Instead of it being on a beacon, I'm going to allow the experience to start on the element itself, and I do want this one on a hover. So let's click Create. Now let's place the text box where it looks the most comfortable. I'm going to move it over just slightly. And this is where I'll tell my user, be sure to include your surname. Just like that. Simple, clear, easy to use. And I'm actually going to go ahead and save it. Let's publish this one and so you can see what it looks like. All right, so now it should be published. I'm going to go ahead and exit my builder, refresh the page. And now when I select New Message and hover over this field, my tooltip appears just like that. So anytime a user needs in-app guidance, it's there ready and waiting for them. All right, enjoy placing your native tooltips. Bye.